Hey guys, Sean here. Welcome to the F1 Word and to the news that has come out from Williams today, and that is that Robert Kubica will partner George Russell at the team next season. Now, before I get onto my views on it all, I'm going to go over the key quotes as ever, but if you're not interested in that, you can find a timestamp in the description and in the comment section that will take you straight to my opinions. But for those who are interested, here are the key quotes. So Kubica was confirmed during a news conference this morning, and in it, Claire Williams said, "I am delighted to announce that Robert will be stepping up to the role of race driver to partner George in 2019. All of us at Williams have been immensely impressed at what he has achieved, and it is a great credit to his strength of character and tenacity to return to Formula One. During this season, his commitment to the team and the work he has put in behind the scenes has been unwavering, and he has become an established and much respected member of the Williams team. He has a level of determination that is remarkable to see, and he truly embodies the Williams fighting spirit. Having the consistency of Robert stepping up into his new role will be an important step for us as we look to fight our way back towards the front of the field. I am also excited to have a mixture of youth and experience to lead us into 2019, and we look forward to seeing what they can achieve on track. I would also like to thank Lance and Sergey for their hard work in what has been a challenging season. We wish them all the best for their future careers." And Robert Kubica added, "Firstly, I would like to thank everyone who has helped me during what was a difficult period of my life over these last few years. It has been a challenging journey to make it back to the Formula One grid, but what seemed almost impossible is now beginning to feel possible, as I am excited to be able to say that I will be on the Formula One grid in 2019. For sure, it has been a long road to get to this point, but as that challenge now comes to an end with this announcement, a new challenge begins working with Williams on track. It will not be easy, but with hard work and dedication, both George and myself will work together to try and help the team get into better shape to move further up the grid. Being back on the F1 grid next season will be one of the greatest achievements of my life, and I'm sure with hard work and commitment, we will be able to help motivate the team to achieve good things together. Thank you again to everyone who has supported me and believed in me. I will finally be back on the grid behind the wheel of an F1 car, and I cannot wait to get back racing." So then, that's another seat tied up for 2019, leaving us waiting on the official confirmation of Lance Stroll to Force India, and on any news about who will partner Daniel Kvyat at Toro Rosso, although that news isn't expected any time soon. In all honesty, I am genuinely thrilled to see Robert Kubica return to racing in F1, and I think it's very much a win for Williams as well, but more on that a little bit later. For Kubica though, it's the next step in what has been a remarkable return to F1 following his horror crash back in 2011, a crash that many, including me, believed had ended not only his Formula One career, but his racing career as well. What a comeback. We've talked about this so much over recent weeks, but the story is just incredible and is potentially one hell of a marketing asset for Williams. Add to that the sponsorship he apparently brings, as well as his raw speed and experience, and that's the win I briefly mentioned there. Next year will be George Russell's rookie season, and so Kubica's experience could prove crucial in his development, and in Williams' development as well. Looking at it now, I really do feel like this is a strong lineup that could go a long way to helping the team to move forward. Would I have liked to have seen Esteban Ocon given a seat? Yes, of course I would. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. But I don't think he was ever really an option. They already had one Mercedes driver signed up, and if Williams took him, apparently they wanted a multi-year deal, whereas Merc only wanted a one-year deal, so I never really thought that was going to happen. But that's not me saying Kubica is plan B, not at all. There is no denying Kubica's speed and ability, and he is a huge asset to the team. You only have to look at what he's achieved since he returned to motorsport, and let's not forget, he also demonstrated pace in the FP1 outings he had this season with Williams. I suppose my only real concern, and we did discuss this during a recent live stream, is whether or not he will be able to handle the physicality, if you like, of a 21 race calendar and races like Singapore, for example. But as I've said a few times now, and as I said on that stream as well, if Robert Kubica and Williams didn't think he could handle that, then he wouldn't have signed to race for them and they wouldn't have offered the deal in the first place. So it's obviously not a concern on their part, which ultimately is the most important thing in all of this. If they're happy, and he's happy, and everyone's comfortable with it, it's not an issue. Before I kind of summarise all my thoughts though, I will say that in some ways, I think it's a real shame for Sergey Sorokin. Honestly, I do think he's had a very good season and has shown that he's a solid driver in what is a pretty dire car. He's a driver that really has surprised me this year. I thought he would really struggle. However, I said this last winter when Williams were trying to make their choice, and I'm not going to go back on my stance now, unlike some in the media. And that stance is that I would have taken Kubica over Sorokin, and frankly, nothing has changed for me. Yes, Sorokin has been good this year, but I still believe that Kubica is the better option in terms of overall raw speed, and of course, as I've mentioned a couple of times now and will probably mention again, his experience. And that's something that was clearly missing from Williams this season. I think most of us could see that. Ultimately, I feel like this is the right choice by Williams. If we look solely at what they need at the moment, it makes complete sense. He brings some money, he offers a very marketable story that I'm sure will be pushed by their PR department, thus potentially bringing more money. It engages another fan base in the sport and therefore engages them in the team. And more importantly, once again, he brings a hell of a lot of experience that will go a long way to helping the team out of their current mess. Some would say that it's a risk, a gamble, but in my opinion, potentially it is a very smart move from Williams. That is it for this video then, and as always, they were just my thoughts and my opinions, but what are yours? Are you excited to see Robert Kubica back in F1? Do you think this is a good call from Williams? And if not, who would you have put in that seat? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Now, I will be back soon with more content as ever, and don't forget to join me over the course of this weekend for lots of content, including watch-alongs, reports, and as always, the usual post-race stream. In the meantime, though, you can follow me over on social media. Links to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and to Discord are all in the description down below. But as ever, thank you for watching. I've been Sean. This has been the F1 Word, and until next time, goodbye.